there, my name is Laura and today I'm doing a pick a card reading for the month of February of 2025. Though if you do see this reading at a later stage, you might find a message here for you. So we have three options, so three different tarot decks. Today, option one is the Orion's Animal Tarot by Ambi and the green calcite. Yeah. And then option two is the Good Tarot by Colette Baron-Reid. And the crystal with that one is, if I don't keep dropping it, blue calcite. And option three is the Light Seer's Tarot by Chris Ann and clear or optical calcite. So, three different calcites to choose from today. I will insert an image of your options so that you can pause it, take your time, use your intuition and choose which pile you feel most drawn to. And then I will see you on the other side. Take note that there are timestamps below so that you go straight to your reading if you want to. Thank you very much. See you on the other side. Hi there, welcome to those who picked a pile or group number one and the Orion's Animal Tarot and this green calcite. Let's see what the messages are for you for February for group number one. Messages for group number one. Whoops, a couple really wanted to come out. King of Pentacles, the Death card, right, okay, transformation happening. Death talks about change and, transformation, transition, and a rebirth energy. King of Pentacles is usually one to do with finances, stability, perhaps structure, work, health and well-being. So then there is a refresh of energy. There has needed to be a letting go process, a releasing. There's change afoot for the month of February. Change is afoot. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay, yes, the Chariot. This could likely be talking about your physical body, your vehicle, right? Especially when we're talking about this transformation. But otherwise, this is talking about a decision, an important decision that you need to make. You are at a standstill. You know this decision needs to happen and you're feeling stuck. The Chariot can talk about feeling stuck. Which way will you go? There's two stark options. The Chariot. Which way will you go? Page of Swords. You're being asked to follow your intuition to a point, but also consider logically what your needs are, because you haven't been doing that. And I see the King of Pentacles is really start again, start again, start again, start again. Hi there, welcome to those who picked group number one with the Orion's Animal Tarot and the green calcite. These are your messages for February. Let's see what's coming through. The cards are a bit slippery, not just because they're literally slippery, but it feels like they just want to all fall on the table. So I feel like there's a lot of energy, maybe a lot of anxiety at the moment, feeling stressed, feeling stuck, not sure where to go, knowing there needs to be change, feeling a little bit uncomfortable about this, uncomfortable where you are, but also uncomfortable about making change. So that's interesting, that duality. Uncomfortable where you are, but uncomfortable to make the change. And that is because where you are is the old way of being, which you have essentially mostly moved out of. It's just there's a lingering. And so the old you is uncomfortable in this new space. And there's a sense of mourning the old way, or mourning what was, mourning the old you, how you used to think things were and not as they are, not as they appear to be. And so the current structure needs to be broken down and you need to rebuild anew. You need to listen to what your needs. I said need a lot of times then, but you need to listen to your needs. You need to pay attention to your needs. What is your body telling you? What is your intuition telling you? What is your emotions? What are your emotions telling you? Right. Past energy. You've had the epiphany. You know this already. Ace of Swords, new beginning, but this is an idea forming, a clarity coming to you. Yes, because there has been a lack of clarity, and this is actually in the present energy, and that's just because there is a lot going on external to you. So there's conflicting thoughts, beliefs, and ideas, but that's not just about you, that's about others in that space as well. But in the near future, you have the Page of Pentacles. So there is progress, There is progress and growth, potential for growth. It is slow moving, but it is long term. But you know you need to find that stability. It's interesting that it's the Page of Pentacles, because there I see that there's a lot in the head, like as in all in the head, thoughts, worries, concerns, overthinking. And when you get grounded, this is a grounded card, the Page of Pentacles. So moving forward, you need to be more grounded in your approach, more practical. Don't worry so much about others, because you haven't been considered. Your needs haven't been considered. You haven't been supported, and you need to support yourself. That's definitely the message. And also there's a sense of feeling hard done by. I hear hard done by, which, and there's an element of feeling battered and bruised, weighed down by others. 9 of Wands. There is progress though, and there is a shift happening. You're also preparing for this ending. You feel it in your bones that it is coming, but it's just not here yet, but you already know, and you're just not sure of the how yet. You're trying not to prematurely make a shift, or make a change, make a decision, because you know that it's very delicate. So you're just holding your cards close to your chest, although I feel like the vibe is such that there is this change happening and it's obvious. And that's an energetic thing, and it's necessary. What else do we have? 4 of Cups. So all of a sudden this will come. I'm also getting a sense of you needing to take a little bit of a step back and look after your emotional well-being, because this situation that you find yourself in is actually taxing on you emotionally. Your emotions are showing you that this is not serving you, and it's actually not helpful. You also almost feel like alone in this, because people aren't able to meet you where you are. You feel a bit misunderstood. It's almost like you're trying to show who you are, but people misjudge you or don't even pay attention. They ignore you, but not overtly. It's kind of like this. They haven't really taken the time to deeply and properly understand you. There's a shroud of people pleaser energy over you too, which maybe that's part of it, in that, you don't allow people to see the depth of you sometimes because you're too busy trying to make sure everyone's okay. But there is someone in your sphere who does very much care about you. They pay attention to everything, even though on the outside they don't show it. It might likely be a male because it's the Emperor card. But there's also this emotional transition occurring for you, and it will come out of the blue, where someone really steps up for you. you're also being encouraged to allow this person to step up for you, because you don't. You keep them at an arm's length, even though you think you don't, you do. And that's just not wanting to be disappointed because of your past experience. That's understandable, a human response. And it's to do with a level of fear that you have. But I love this moon card in this deck, because it doesn't so much show a fear. It's all about flow and fertility and intuition, which is that very divine feminine energy of the moon, which really wonderfully balances out the Emperor with the sun behind. So you've got the sun and moon over the Four of Cups. Well, it's not the sun, but the Emperor and the moon card. The person that this is talking about, this might be a male, and this might be in a relationship that you're in, though just see how that fits for you, is a bit more slow moving. They are, than what you were hoping or expected. But do not doubt the depth of emotion and the depth of feeling, even though they try and, keep it cool, not keep it cool, but keep it a bit close to themselves. They find it hard to show the depth because it's overwhelming. But it's there. Knight of Swords. But you will get some clarity on this. You're asked not to fall on your sword. What does that mean? Don't cut your nose off to spite your face. So what I'm feeling is that don't prematurely say something that you're going to regret. The Knight of Swords, well, the swords in particular talk about communication, and there might be a little bit of difficulty. You're asked to stay grounded in your approach and just to let the other person catch up. Don't speak all the time. Interesting. This is clarity coming to you and progress. But watch your words. And you might be frustrated, yes. Just take a step back and regroup. And there's conversations that need to be had, conversations that need to be shared, but all in its time. Because not everyone goes at the same pace and are able to approach things in the way that you do. So that's the message. But you have the Four of Wands, which says that this is beautiful, and this is there's going to be a lot of joy. The Four of Wands usually talks a bit about celebration too. So this is not over. This is continuing. So this is talking about a relationship now, which might be affected by other things surrounding. But this relationship is beautiful, and it's a partnership. And you're going to get back to that feeling if there's been some difficulty. And if you haven't got someone in your life, this might be, as in romantically, this might be talking about another relationship or partnership, or this is something coming in or coming back around. But just see how that fits, and always use your intuition and listen to what you're feeling in the situation, not just what you hear on a reading, hear in a reading or are told. It's also your decision, obviously. But you have felt very like this has been a solo journey, and the Hermit card suggests that you've really been following your inner compass, and this is why things are shifting, because you have been doing that inner work. You've been doing that work. One more card. Oh, I can't finish on a major arcana. So we've got the Hanged One, which is the Hanged Man. So there's change, there's that this decision needs to be made. And it's interesting because you're looking at it from your perspective, right, with the Hermit card, which is reiterating what I said before. And you've got the Hanged One, which talks about needing a fresh perspective, or seeing things a little bit differently, or from the other's perspective, and making that decision based on more than just your view of things. With the Two of Swords, that conversation will be had, the decision will need to be made, and I feel there is strong and stable progress forward. So Two of Swords, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles, which talks about progress forward. And this is protected with that pentagram, and also the bee really does talk about a beautiful, joyful energy. I love the Knight of Pentacles depicted in this way with that bee. There's a sweetness there. There's a sweetness. Okay, let's grab some oracle cards. I am using the Elemental Oracle by Stacey Demarco. Your needs will be met on a financial level if that is a concern. I'm feeling that very strongly. You're being encouraged to get back to the sweetness of life. Now, I see with the Knight of Pentacles, with the bee, very much is talking about the sweetness of life here. And then you have the Marine Life card, Richness, which is talking about that there is enough. There is always enough. There is an abundance. Your needs will be met if you allow yourself to receive. And this is also translating to relationships, but equally as abundance and financial stability and security. So see that where you're feeling the lack, that's where it's applying to this message. Ignition, fire, the number 8. You have learned a lot and you've been going through a transformation. All that wisdom and experience that you have gained, put that into practice now. Share it. You have a passion. You're being encouraged to really embrace it now. Because when you do, not only does it help others, but it lights you up as well. It lights you up. Oops. Okay, that one too. But first, magnetism, attraction. And the last one, time. So if you didn't see the collective reading, the time card came up. Which in this sense, now it does talk about discipline. But what I really feel from this is making a commitment to that which has meaning to you. Now, this could be relationship, making a commitment, making time, quality time. But likewise, it could be to do with business, to do with work, to do with hobbies, making time for yourself. And the magnetism card. When you are embracing the passion, the fire, what lights you up, what you enjoy, what fulfills you, what brings you joy, what comes from the heart, you are magnetic and you bring more positive energy to yourself. So that is the message. The core message is about being true to you, being passionate about everything you do, and looking at what does not serve. Assessing what lights you up, but equally what is dimming your light. You will see where or who. Now, remember, on a side note, no one can dim your light unless you let them. But where and who is dimming your light, or who or what are you allowing to dim your light? See how that applies. Oh, well, let's just do one more for the fun of it. Let's do an Ascended Master card. This is the Divine Masters Oracle. That one wanted to come out. So, Jesus, acts of service. You are supported. When you share those gifts, when you share your passion, when you are standing in your power, your truth, and you're being of service to others in that beautiful way that has meaning to you, your needs will be met always. Spirit wants you to be in that space that you are helping others, not to the detriment of yourself, but being of service. Like-minded individuals will come to the party as well. You will be met in the space where you thrive. More and more positive energy will flow to you as you really fully embrace your gifts and talents, which you must, because they are God-given or divinely given, whatever you resonate with. But you must do it because there's so much power in that which you have a passion for. That energy, it thrives, it flows out to the world. So it's not just about the people who are in your immediate sphere. It is wide-reaching. Epic. Thank you very much. I'm going to leave that there today. Hi there. Welcome to those who picked group number 2. We have The Good Tarot by Colette Baron-Reid. and the blue calcite. These are your messages for February 2025, or whenever you're viewing this. Let's see what's coming through for you. Ooh. A lot of hermit energy at the moment. Hermit. Following your inner compass. Preparing for the ending of a cycle. The Six of Earth. Six of Pentacles. Okay. Well, that one really wants to come out too. And the Four of Earth. Okay. Yeah, we're getting this. So, the Hermit card. We'll start with that. You have been feeling like you've been going it on your own. You've been following guidance, your intuition. You almost feel like this has been a lonely journey. And in the present moment, you're wondering where to next. This is very much tied to abundance or finances, work or home life, because with the pentacles, but it could also be health. See it how it applies. There is a sense of not having enough currency or energy for yourself. Or you're realizing where your energy is being siphoned and drained. Right. Six of Earth. This is also a call to healing, to embracing this change that is occurring. I see sixes as being very much about healing and moving out of the difficulty. I see that the harder work is usually the earlier numbers in the tarot, like the 2, 3, 4, and 5 particularly. It's talking about work, needing to grow, needing to progress. And then the 6 is kind of like needing to come back into balance and take responsibility for your needs, particularly with the Pentacles. So then you have the 4 of Earth, which is Pentacles as well. And this is talking about needing to get grounded and adding a bit of structure. This can also be talking about boundaries, which is more to the point with the messages that I've just shared, or that energy coming through is a needing of boundaries. Now, you will have that growth. You will have what you need. The thing is, you are allowing others to reside in your space that are taking advantage. There's no gentler way to put it. That's just it, the message. And so when are you going to look after you? Now, as I say that, the Empress, which is a need to look after yourself, but likewise, it could be that you've already recognized this and you're taking control of that, and you're also focusing on your needs, right? It's a number 3, which talks about putting energy into that which you want to grow. Now, the Empress is a major arcana, which then translate to major life cycles, major life events. Likely, you are in this energy because you have taken that time out to go within. You've had time away from the situation, and now you are in Empress energy going, okay, now that I'm back to the task, I can't allow what I allowed before. And so there's this little bit of finding your feet in that, I think. A little bit of finding your feet, but you will. Hope that makes sense. When I do these, sometimes I'm a bit ungrounded, so, the brain and mouth doesn't always compute. So let's see. Focus on your needs. You're getting a hard word. You're getting the hard word. Focus on your needs. No more playing it small. No more showing up for others who are not showing up for you. No more allowing those that feel entitled to your energy in. No more. That's it. You need the boundaries. Yeah. You need the boundaries. You have a beautiful lightness to you. You're very gentle. You usually like to go a bit with the flow, but you also very much show up for others. And I get that sense that it's enough, because not for everyone, but for a lot of people that have been taking advantage. You don't have to You don't have to keep playing this game anymore. If you listen to spirit, you're already getting guided in that direction. If you listen and you follow that guidance, you take that leap of faith with the Fool card, you will be supported. You need to show up for yourself. You need to show up for yourself. That's it. That's the whole point. Yes. And you know this, Queen of Air, boundaries. Queen of Air can be quite cutting, but this is all about clearing out what is not serving you, being very focused and not taking any rubbish, right? Queen of Air also has a lot of wisdom. Through experience, can see things very clearly. I love the white owl in this card. You see things very clearly now, and I don't think everyone knows how clearly you see it and how much you know what's going on behind the scenes, but you do. And so sometimes it's good when people underestimate you, I'm just saying. 3 of Fire. Yes, what will you do now? Make the choice, make the decision, focus on what lights you up. 3 of Fire. There is potential for much growth, much expansion. But where you put your energy is where that energy will flow, right? So if you keep giving it to others and others' goals and others' dreams and help fulfill others' cups or fill others' cups, then your cup is going to runneth dry. You need to make a decision with the Love card. That's a decision card. Yeah. Oh, and also I get the sense of being very held by spirit, by your guides, by those that love you in spirit who have passed over. You are very loved and supported, and likely you've got someone around you who really loves you and supports you. And they are telling you the same thing, likely. 10 of Air. This has to end. This has to end. It's been causing you too many sleepless nights, too much stress. That's it. All right. Now, if you do make the decision, you will need to have a little bit of patience because there'll be certain things that need to play out. But before long, so you have the Patience card, which is also known as Temperance. But before long, once you really get settled, that's the 2 of Earth. Once you come back into balance, a state of equilibrium, once you get yourself sorted, you will find that there is an end to this struggle. 9 of Air. Let me see what this is talking about. This is a cycle you keep coming back to. Let me put these down. Temptation, also known as the Devil card. But you got the 10 of Air. Then you go back to the 9 of Air, and over that is the Temptation card, which is telling me that you keep coming back around. You almost make the decision, or you go to make the decision, and then you keep coming back around, whether it's someone that is really good at not manipulating you, but playing to your sense of compassion or people pleasure, maybe even your people pleaser energy. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get a card on advice how to get yourself out of that cycle, that treadmill. Advice on that, please. You will. Once you just start the ball rolling, you will. It's interesting, I ask for advice and you get the 6 of Fire, which tells me it's going to happen. It's going to happen naturally. You've already recognized it. It's actually just the not knowing of what's ahead that's been stopping you. So it's not that you've allowed this to continue anymore. You used to, yes, but now it's just because you don't know what's ahead. But I feel any day now there is a solution or a change that will serve the purpose so that you can properly let this energy go. See how that resonates with you, because it could be fitting into different areas of your life. Could even be family related, you know. So see how that fits. Obviously, if you're wanting more personal messages, just reach out, because Angela and I do offer personal readings. We have a range of services that we offer. Okay, so bravery card, oceans. Your world will expand. Allow it in, because there's so much more available to you. But you need to go for it. You need to be brave and trust yourself. I don't feel like you're not brave. I just feel like you don't trust yourself. You don't back yourself enough. Even though you know you're good at what you do, you're a good person, you're talented, you're kind, you still don't back yourself. Yeah. Inner core, solidity. You need to hold your own, hold that inner peace, hold that peace, because there's a lot falling away, and especially in the next couple of weeks, excuse me while I tumble over my words, next couple of weeks to months. Next couple of weeks to a few months' time, there's a shift happening. It depends on where you're at, and person to person, it will be very individual, but the old is falling away. And you know this to be true. This is the moon card, which is intuition. Going within, you know this to be true. But there's no more hiding now. No more hiding. Allow yourself to be seen. Life, breath. This is a lot of air energy, which tells me perhaps you have been holding your breath. It's also very much connected to the heart chakra. You're being encouraged to follow your heart. Breathe. Just breathe. When someone poses a question and you need to make a decision, or say yes or no even, take a moment and breathe. Do not just answer, because most of the time you just say yes before you even think about it. So stop, breathe, feel what feels right for you, and then answer. And you know what? You don't have to give an excuse. Too many times we know we want to say no, but we say yes because we don't have an excuse. If I'm not feeling it, I'm not feeling it, and that's it. No is a complete sentence. One more. You're being encouraged to trust dark matter, because life is a mystery and all will unfold in its time. You are going through a transformation. You can't see the end result yet because the shift is still occurring. So just allow it to be what it is and move through it, holding that solidity, that peace within yourself. Just allow yourself to take your time, move through. It will shift. This difficulty that you've been experiencing, this uncertainty, clarity is coming. Clarity is coming. One more card. The Divine Master's Oracle. Oh, this one. Buddha. This is again about inner peace, heightened awareness. You see things much more clearly. You are able to be more intuitive. I'm not saying you aren't intuitive. I'm saying that your intuition levels up 10 notches when you're in that state of peace and equilibrium. You're being encouraged to hold that. You have a higher awareness, a knowing that transcends that of this lifetime, and so you're being really encouraged to tap into that now. But to do so, you need to hold your own and speak your truth and really connect with who you are. Don't hide from who you are, because that is the asset for which you will expand, with which you will expand, and with which you will connect to higher levels. Yeah. Okay. I'm going to leave that there with you today. Thank you for joining me. Please join me again on this channel. And if you haven't liked this video and subscribed to our channel, please do so. It would be great. Thank you so much. Hi there, welcome to those who picked group number 3, which is the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, and also we have the Clear Calcite. Okay, these will be your messages for February, or whenever you're viewing this reading. Ooh, a couple flipped out. So we have Two of Cups, beautiful, I love this Two of Cups, and the Star card. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, this is giving me a beautiful loving energy and sense of connection. So the Two of Cups and the Star card. You know this is right for you. You know it. Whoop, they're flipping out everywhere. No, they want to go back in. Okay. This is something you have asked for. And you have received it. Might not be quite the way you imagined, but it is beautiful nonetheless. You need to get back to what is meaningful, what is the most important. You need to get back to that. Allow things to flow. Try not to force it. Okay. Oh, okay. We'll stick with these ones. There is movement forward with the Knight of Wands. There's passion. There's joy. I feel this is relationship energy. Then you have the Judgment card. A renewal of energy. King of Cups. Yes, and that wants to go over the top of the Judgment card. I'm going to put these all out and then I'll speak about them. So the Six of Wands. Great card. And the Eight of Swords. Okay. Not so bad. Right. I see where this is going. All right. This is, in my mind, and what I'm feeling is very much about a relationship. Though if this is talking about a friendship, another situation, see how that fits. I'm going to talk about this like it's a relationship because that's the energy I'm feeling and picking up on. All right, so it might be a bit specific, but I'm going to go with where I'm guided. Two of Cups. A beautiful union has occurred. There is a sense of flow, harmony, a really loving energy flowing. When the hands together show a very strong connection, okay, and commitment, but it's very much from the heart. Then we have the Star card in the present. So number one, I feel like you're trying to see things clearly, but also two, you're asking for assistance. I want to say this is divinely led and very blessed. I feel that you're trying to maybe see too far into the future or trying to be sure of everything, but your answers, your wishes have already been granted. It's just that you need to allow yourself now to experience. You will see the progress with the Knight of Wands. This talks about movement forward, an offer or progress, and it's very passionate and very joy-filled. There's a lot of fire here, but when I connect with this, it's like something that is just so transformative at the same time, and if this is a relationship, when you are together, it's like nothing else matters. There's something so deeply unspoken. Then you have Judgment and the King of Cups. There might have been some stagnancy, but there is a renewal of energy and things are coming back into balance. Though the key to that is communication. And then we have the King of Cups. So this person is very deeply emotional, but they don't always share it, but they're very, very connected to their emotions, which is interesting because they try to not give it all away, but they feel very deeply. And you already know this likely. So the key to the progress is about allowing them to be who they are, because everything will move if you just release some of the reins. And that's only because perhaps you have been hurt before, or perhaps it's so important to you that you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing and then everything is right, but you're not allowing it to breathe, you're not allowing it to flow all the time. This might not just be you though. It might be that this is what's occurring for you as well. But I get the sense of overthinking, holding yourself back out of fear, thinking that you can't progress or things won't progress. But that is just your perception. You can move forward at any time. This can move forward at any time. It's just your internal stuff is being mirrored to you, which might be also going on for the other person. Six of Wands is a great card to receive. It talks about success. It talks about celebration. It talks about positive achievement, and in the realm of your passions, your goals, but what lights you up. Now, when it's the Wands, I'm feeling it's very passionate and also a spiritual energy. So this is a spiritual connection. Excuse me while I drop some cards. And there is a new beginning in that. There is a renewal. There is progress. Perhaps there's a leveling up of the relationship. And your worries will be quelled. Get back to who you are. Get back to who you are. That's the message. Get back to who you are. I feel not so much the tarot now. Let's have a look at the Elemental Oracle. See what else is coming through. Comes out again. Richness, marine life. There's a lot of emotion here and a lot of depth. And I also feel like there's so much more to learn and so much more growth and potential. So it's going to happen, but just allow it to happen. The Moon card wanted to come back out. Excuse me while I pause. I'm just getting a sense of the energy. Don't keep everything to yourself. Try not to keep everything to yourself with the 7 Moon card. Try not to keep everything to yourself. Because her arms are crossed over her chest, which makes me feel like you're trying to protect yourself. Oh, that one really flew out. Wait a second. There's some repeats of these cards, but let's have a look. Okay, magnetism. There's a strong connection between you both. Magnetism. Attraction, which is beautiful. And it's interesting because I see the cosmos there, which I feel that this is not just, it's a spiritual connection, but it's across many lifetimes too. Across many lifetimes. You've been together before, and when you are together, it is magic. But you both have a wonderful way of helping each other through times of need, but also sharing in beautiful experiences. Magic. Alchemy. This situation is being transformed. Companionship. Animals. This is a strong connection. It is bringing you a lot of beauty into your life. And this might scare one or both of you, so just easy does it. And I feel that's why, because you both have not known something like this before to this level. And so that's where the apprehension is, that's where the overthinking is, that's where the seeing that there's issues is, when sometimes there's no issue, or misjudging the situation, making assumptions. But that's also a lack of communication. So the key again is communication. All right. There is a leveling up happening anyway. That's what I'm hearing, a leveling up in the relationship. But that is also too because both of you are going through this leveling up. Particularly you are going through a leveling up. This is the Divine Masters Oracle now. Your needs are being met, and this is on an emotional level, more and more. But you need to share and you need to open up. You need to allow it. You need to allow yourself to receive. Rama and Sita, holy union. Yes, soulmate connection. This is a beautiful connection. If this hasn't come yet, it's coming any day now. But I do feel like this is, for most of you who are watching, an established connection. Divine mission. So this is very much connected to your divine mission. That doesn't mean this person has to be working in the spiritual realm, though likely you are. Or when I say that, you know, healings, readings, more in that spiritual sphere. But what I do feel is it's very heart connected, and also it is assisting your divine mission. You both are holding hands, walking through this path together, and you both bring something different and unique. I still want to pull more Divine Masters cards, so let's see. Yeah, there is a shift happening. You've got Sanat Kumara, open channel. Not many people understand you. That's because how you speak and the wisdom you share is at times otherworldly, but it's high vibrational, and sometimes people aren't ready to hear it. But they do receive it, and it does eventually integrate. And that's also connecting with that alchemy magic. You needed this balance, this relationship, in order to get you into the new space, because we always need balance, number one, but also there's a lot of healing occurring, and definitely heart space, but it's opening you up to a deeper sense of connection as well, and opening you up to more, allowing more beauty and love in your life. It's unlocked your heart in a way that it's never been unlocked before. You will find that perhaps messages are coming through more clearly, or you're receiving direct insights in the form of downloads. So I encourage you to get a pen and paper, write things down as much as you can, because there's a lot of ideas forming as well. Now, it is time for you to let go of the old, and what I mean by that is let go of what has happened in the past. It was unfair. It was wrong. You were deeply hurt. But now you don't need to expect that anymore. You are loved, and you deserve to be loved and held and nurtured and supported. Allow yourself to be those things. Allow yourself to be loved, supported. Allow some people to show up for you. You have shown up for so many for so long. It is time for you to receive. So allow it. But that means no more of this. It means being open. Allowing that energy to flow. There's a sense of holding back and holding on too tightly. And I feel this is in an energetic sense as well, because it's almost like, or it might be too overwhelming if I let too much of it in. But actually, when you allow it to flow, beautiful things happen. You don't need to control it, because you're in the heart, you're in that right space. This is not just talking about relationships. This is talking about in the area of your work, your creativity, the way you are of service. You're needing to allow things to flow and be open. Spirit really does have your back, and they want to speak through you. So allow them to guide you through. You'll be fine. Everything will be fine. Just allow it, because this is where things are headed. That's why you feel like a bit uncomfortable at times, because this is what is meant to be happening. No more resisting. Allow it to flow. Okay, I'm going to leave it there with you for today. Thank you for joining me. Please, again, like this video if you can, please, and subscribe to my channel. That would be brilliant. And I hope that you join me again. Thank you.